sweet little garbanzo beans. Okay, so today's reading, wow, I did not expect my fingers to crack like that. I am so sorry. Crickle crackle, give me the spackle. Or whatever the kids are saying these days. Today we are doing a reading about what phase of the moon is impacting you most currently. This is a timeless reading. So whenever you are drawn to it, you know, this comes to you, you are meant to hear the messages. And we all, we're all affected by moon phases in some iteration, some way or another. We're all born under a specific phase of the moon. So that may also add additional information. But, right now we're going to be talking about what moon phases are specifically, excuse me, reaching out to you the most. And you may get more than one, but there's going to be one that is really going to be the most powerful for you in terms of making changes in your life or manifestation. I'm so sorry. My goodness, dry throat today. And, kind of like making changes in your life, manifestation, and, or even if that's not really something that you particularly subscribe to, this may be a moon phase where you feel those shifts happening more intensely. So today we have group 1, group 2, group 3, and group 4. Group 1 is the one with this sweet little butterfly. Look at him or her. Look at it. Them. Look at this beauty. So it needs a name. So if you have ideas for a little name, shout them out in the comments. I am all ears. Group 2 is this lovely little, I always think of her as an angel. I don't know if she is, but she's this lovely star being. I absolutely adore her. Group 3 is this very, very pretty Moldavite ring. Look at that. So pretty. Moldavite is diggity dope, by the way, family. So, and then group 4 with these sweet little acorns. I always call acorns squirrel berets. So feel free to join me in that if you like. You know how we do here. I thought my cat walked in. She did not. I also am sorry about the chair in the frame. I have to keep it there because she is particular. She wants things a certain way. She wants to be able to sit in my chair, which is why I'm not in it. But I also like to imagine that you guys are right here with me. Like I'm inviting you, like, come on, pop a squat here. Or something maybe that sounds a little bit nicer. Come sit for a moment, have some tea with me, and we'll do a reading. So come on over. Just come sit down. So with all of that being said, I am going to start with group number 1. All right. Okie dokie. Hi, group 1. So if you pick this lovely little butterfly, I feel like the moon phases that are going to be impacting you the most are specifically in terms of changes. Butterflies are all about transformation. Excuse me. So whatever cards you end up getting, I do feel like full moons are going to be important. I also feel like waning moons will be important for you. This is like a sense of like releasing or anything having to do with moons in Scorpio. And again, this reading is timeless. So this could be new moon in Scorpio. This could be full moons in Scorpio, moons during Scorpio season. Like I know this year, I believe we have an eclipse, like a lunar eclipse during Scorpio season. So just anything about change, about that transformation. And I feel like about how you see yourself too. So let's get into it. So this card right here is going to tell us what the phase of the moon is that's impacting you the most. Oh, gibbous moon. All right. Almost full moon. I'm so sorry for the cough, guys. My throat is dry as a desert. I should have brought water upstairs, but you know what? We're here now. We're gonna deal with this. So you have gibbous moon. And like I said, this could correspond with the phase of the moon that you are born under. But basically this is saying that, it says you're very close to achieving your goal. So if you have ever had an interest in working with the moon cycles, the lunar cycles for manifestation, I get the sense that now is a really, really good time to make good on that. And the gibbous moon right before the full moon is going to be, I feel like, impacting you the most. And especially with all the tree imagery here and the stars, I feel like it's going to be impacting you to grow and to reach for the stars, as cheesy as that sounds. Really like, again, cheesy, but shoot for the moon here. because your goals, your ambitions, your aspirations are, I feel like they are in alignment, or they're going through that last little adjustment process to be in alignment. And your team is really just emphasizing that the gibbous moon energy is going to help push you toward, toward that final little bit of alignment you need. So that way during, full moon, you can be possibly releasing any obstacles. You could be having some type of manifestation coming in, or, from the full moon then to the new moon, you can start to see, and then especially full moon to other full moon, you can start to really see the fruits of your labor. You can start to feel a difference. So I feel like this is very much like you're almost there, and that gibbous moon energy wants to help give you that little bit of a push. And with the butterfly energy too, I'm thinking about in the traditional tarot, the King and Queen of Swords have butterflies on their throne. So I feel like this may have to do with how you think about yourself, right? Because that's that swords energy. This may have to do with how you think about yourself, how you communicate possibly to others. I'm really getting the feeling of how you communicate with yourself, as well as how you and your guides communicate. I get the sense that they're trying to get your attention. And maybe there are things that, because you're very, very focused on this goal, which isn't a bad thing, I feel like there are things that maybe, there's helpful tips that maybe have been missed. But they want you to know it's that energy of like, you're almost there. Like, and it's really funny too, because when I was shuffling all the cards, the ones for group one kept like popping out. I'm like, whoa, group one's got a ton of energy. So it's very much like you are almost there. So don't stop doing what you're doing. It just may need like slight adjustments, but you are almost like broken free from your little cocoon. I was like, how I'm holding the butterfly in the hand with my butterfly tattoo. It's like, yo dog, I heard you like butterflies. So yeah, let's see what your other cards are. Yeah, right, within the next few weeks. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. So if you came in here asking a particular question, or you've had something that you are really, really working on, your team wants you to know that you are this close to achieving your goal. It's almost that full moon energy. This is almost the manifestation. This is coming in, especially too, there's a couple angels here, so I feel like you have a lot of angelic support at this time. I don't know if you can see them, but they're also like covered in like gold and glitter and beautiful stuff. So they're really, really assisting you at this time. You are being heavily supported. Your dreams are supported. This is really good energy. And they just kind of want you to like not give up. So if you've been feeling kind of confused, it feels like an uphill battle. If you're like, I really want this, but I don't know if this is the right thing for me, you are on point. You're on track. Keep going. And this is coming in for you very, very soon. So that is incredibly exciting. So let's see what else this has to say. Compassion. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. That's a beautiful card. And this is from the Sacred Geometry Activations Oracle. All my decks are going to be linked in the description box below. This is the frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart into the world. Yeah, and what I was saying before too with this kind of like swordsy butterfly energy is I feel like this has to do with how you think about yourself. So I feel like your team really wants to emphasize that if you've made mistakes along the way, like, that's okay. We all do. I'm like fixing this little thing. Sorry, guys. We all do. And to have compassion for yourself and know that every mistake you have ever made is a stepping stone to your success, right? And we can't be so hard on ourselves about that process because we wouldn't have the final product without it. So let's see what else you get. Yeah. Boom. Let me just flip all your cards. Woo! All right. Oh my God, you guys. Okay, I'm going to die. So, 3 of Wands, upright. The Sun, reversed. And the King of Mofo Swords. Sorry, it's really hard for me to not curse because it's a part of my spice blend. I don't know what that means. So, that's so funny. We were just talking about that. I mean, that's how this whole thing works. It's really cool. So yeah, 3 of Wands. This is your ships coming in. This is manifestation energy. And especially too with all the yellow in the background, this is somebody who's very, very confident in what they're doing. They are, they have picked a path. They are making forward plans. They've had that divine inspiration. and they are going forth. So whenever I see the sun, this is the most positive card in the entire deck, by the way. I totally forgot the word deck. I'm sorry. This is Leo energy. So whatever your situation is could involve a Leo, or that could be you. And we also have King of Swords. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So again, this could be you. This could involve somebody else. But what I'm really seeing here is I feel like this is more likely a combination of your energy. So the sun is the most positive card in the tarot deck. And it pretty much always ensures a positive outcome. When I see it reversed, I see something where it's, okay, it's a positive outcome, but there might just be something, something that needs to be adjusted, which is pretty much what we were talking about before. Where there's some slight blockage in the way, or it's going to turn out exactly what you want and what you need. It's really funny because when I said that, it was 11:11 on the camera. It's going to be exactly what you want and what you need, but it may turn out differently than how you had originally planned it with that Three of Wands energy. So your manifestation, excuse me, your manifestation is coming in for you. This is very exciting. It is going to happen. I think it will just take a little bit longer. So you're being asked to be patient. Again, we have within the next few weeks, and then we have the 19 on the Sun card. So we could be looking at within the next 3 weeks or so, you're going to see your manifestation come into fruition, or there's going to be a significant change that kind of gives you that extra push, that extra motivation, really that validation that what you're reaching for, what you're striving for is meant for you in one way or another. And when the King of Swords reversed, I really see this being, again, swords are all about the mind. They're all about how we communicate, our thoughts, and this also involves how we can communicate and think about ourselves, right? So when the King of Swords is upright, he can be very logical. He's an excellent communicator. He's very direct, but he can be kind of cold and a little bit cutting almost, unintentionally, but he's all logic, not super duper feelsy. And when he is reversed, he's out of his power. So he's not... Excuse me, I just burped a little bit. I don't know if y'all noticed, when you put the phrase a little bit after any bodily function, it becomes immediately just a little bit funnier. Like, I burped, not so funny. I burped a little bit. Yeah, kind of funny. Anyway, so with the King of Swords reversed, this is kind of saying, like, having trouble thinking your way through something, having trouble communicating effectively. So this goes back to how you think about yourself, how you may communicate with yourself. And I'm also really drawn to the compassion card, is card 15, and in the tarot, that's the devil. So that can kind of talk about like toxic patterns, and that's kind of the connection I'm seeing here, is that I really feel like you are very, very close to achieving what it is you're hoping to achieve, and your team kind of wants to underline that to you and say, like, even if you don't see it in your physical reality, I feel like you're sensing this, and I feel like sensing it without seeing it is causing you to lose some confidence. So your team wants you to know to not give up, and to just really focus on only having the utmost, what are they saying? Sorry, I'm trying to listen to the messages. The utmost unconditional positive regard for yourself, because not only will that make you feel a lot better and take a lot of the pressure off, but that's going to help this manifestation to ground and materialize in some way. And manifestations don't always have to necessarily be material things, right? This could be, this might be your manifestation, is if you've been really struggling with self-love, you could find that in a couple of weeks you're going to have this big aha moment, this epiphany. We do currently have... I'm going to try to say this without giggling because I am a child at heart. We do currently have Uranus retrograde. And again, this is a timeless reading, but if you're watching this roughly when I filmed, it is retrograde, which means we have a lot of changes, a lot of shakeups, a lot of epiphany-like energy. So this could be a manifestation saying, if you've been really struggling with, with self-esteem, self-doubt, self-image issues, if you've been trying to make changes to your life about your self-discipline, your career, but, there's some kind of self-perception that is blocking you from making or sustaining those changes, I see that shifting for you over the next few weeks. So this is super exciting. And they're really, kind of emphasizing, like, you are coming out of the cocoon. You are the sweet little butterfly. So that's beautiful. I'm loving this energy for you guys. I hope this has helped. I'm so sorry for the cough. I hope this has helped. Please feel free to go check out my Etsy shop, like I think I mentioned. The link is in the description box below. I have a bunch of different readings there. If you don't see anything that matches your specific spiritual or financial needs, please DM me because I'd be happy to make a custom reading for you. I've also put in the description box my Instagram page as well as my Patreon page, so that way if you're interested in donating to the channel, it's always appreciated, but please don't feel like you need to do that. I'm just happy that you guys are here, and yeah, if you just need, if you're looking for a reading for your specific situation or to kind of help you gain further insight, further clarity on your specific manifestation, your specific point in your journey, please reach out because I'm happy to help. I think I have babbled enough at you, and I am going to move on to group 2. Okay. Hi, group 2. So you picked this lovely, sweet little angel lady. I feel off of this particular thing, I just feel a lot of, because there's a lot of blue here and like with like purple undertones, I feel a lot of spiritual evolution. I feel a lot of self-love. I feel like you're coming into a truth about yourself and your place in the universe. You're getting, especially with all of these little squiggly rays around the crown chakra area, you're getting a lot of downloads at this time. But it's just like, it's a really nice feeling. I feel like you are finally finding your place in this life, in the world, in this universe, and you're not feeling so kind of left out in the cold. It's like a 5 of Pentacles vibe, so possibly that will come up. For some of you, I feel like you've been doing more research about spiritual topics, and just that process alone, excuse me, makes you feel like you are finding a community. Whoopsie. You're finding a community based off of things that legitimately interest you, but things that also speak to you on a soul level, right? Something that puts the pieces together of your experience is what they're saying. And I feel like just even that helps you feel more connected to your spiritual team. If you resonate with the label Starseed, I definitely see your collective, your light family all around you and feeling much more fulfilled, feeling much more love, feeling just like overwhelmed with love. Especially if you've had to go your journey alone. Again, also very hermity energy up until this point. I feel like you'll be coming out of that a little bit more, and I definitely get that sense that like, I feel like this is a new section of your journey. So you, for whatever moon phase you get, possibly like new moons or first quarter moons may be particularly significant for you. But yeah, I feel like you are feeling a lot more connected and interconnected with the universe right now. And that's really beautiful. So let's get into your cards. So your moon phase that's most impacting you right now is, oh, this is super cool. Okay. So this is full moon in Taurus. Your dreams need a practical plan. Okay. I'm so sorry for the cough, guys. I should have brought water up, but I did not. So this is interesting because, and again, I want to say, this is a timeless reading, but at the time I'm filming it, so if you're watching it relatively close, we have one blue moon this year, right? So for those who may not be aware, a blue moon is when you have a full moon twice within a month. So we actually have one, and it's full moon in Taurus, and it's on Halloween, Samhain. So for those who may not be aware of this too, for spiritual folks, the veil between the spirit realm and our realm is at its thinnest on All Hallows Eve, on Samhain. And you don't need to believe this or subscribe to this. Like, I'm not trying to, push any particular ideology, but for those who are interested or who feel that there's something special about that night, there absolutely is. So, and it's going to be a really, really interesting thing that we're going to have a full moon, a blue moon, and it's when the veil is at its thinnest. So this is very, very powerful energy, and I feel like this will speak heavily to that particular full moon. However, I think full moons in general are really significant for you right now because I do feel, like I said, like you are releasing a lot of baggage and a lot of perceived, I like how it's got the little antenna almost sticking out, a lot of perceived barriers between you and others. And I feel like this is allowing for a lot more flow, a lot more love, a lot more, especially with Taurus here, of that kind of Venus energy coming through. So let's see what else you get. I also want to say quickly too, in the tarot, Taurus is represented by the Hierophant. So whatever, I feel like you've been completing a lot of spiritual lessons, and I feel like this has been a very long process for you, and you're kind of coming out the other side, because I do feel like you are spiritually leveling up in some way. So let's see what else you get. Oh, so if you had a question coming into it, your answer is a big old yes. This is like a positive yes. Yeah, this is absolutely beautiful. This is, I'm trying to see if there's anything else on. There's a dove on there, on here. Sorry about that. Words, Vanessa. There's a dove on here as well, so I feel like this is a very peaceful yes. This is going to help you feel, again, very calm, very interconnected, very at one with that source energy and that universal energy. So let's see what else you get. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry guys, Emergence. So this is a card 25, and that breaks down to a 7, if the numerology interests you. If you a numbers freak like myself. It says, the frequency of emergence invites us to approach our reality with a childlike attitude of innocence and wonderment, and to watch and celebrate the beauty that unfolds in that place. And that's totally full moon energy too. Full moons, aside from being a time of release, are also all about manifestations and celebration. And I feel like you're in that energy right now, and you're being encouraged to be in that energy. It's just really appreciating how far you've come, because you are emerging, right? And there's so much purple here too, and there's a lot of purple here as well. So again, this is very, very spiritual energy. I feel like you're getting a lot of information and a lot of energy and support through the crown chakra currently. And I feel like you're just feeling more connected to everyone and everything. So this is absolutely beautiful. So let's see what else you got. Okay, let me just flip them all first. Oh, I love this. Okay, cool. Okay, so we have the moon reversed. We have the 5 of Cups reversed, and we have the Empress reversed. Okay, so interesting that we're talking about moon phases, and we got the moon. So the moon when it's upright is, this could be Cancer's energy, this could be Piscean energy. It's also interesting too, because the Empress is both Taurus energy and Libra energy. So, take it as it resonates. If the signs kind of help, that's wonderful, but don't worry if they don't. But really what I'm seeing here is, I feel like, so I guess the way I'm going to put it, the Empress, when she is upright, she is very abundant, right? She's all the 4 queens of the tarot in one. She represents this divine feminine, but also this element of self-mastery. And I feel like, when she's upright, she knows her worth. She does not take a lick less. Like, she is... She knows what she can do, she knows what she can bring to the table, and she similarly surrounds herself only with things that help her to continue to be the best version of herself. She has very, very high self-esteem. And I feel like this is an energy you've been working your way through, right? I feel like you have been working through some old baggage, especially with this 5 of Cups reversed. There it is, sorry. With this 5 of Cups reversed, I feel like you've been working through old baggage about self-worth issues. The Empress is also the archetypal kind of like wife and mother sort of a card of the tarot. So if you've had long-term issues possibly with your mother, or you are a mother and you're struggling in your motherhood journey, I do see whatever is like tied in with this particular placement. I do see this being released, and I love that this corresponds with the full moon card itself. And you can see this very, very clearly with this 5 of Cups reverse. So when the 5 of Cups is upright, if I can pick it up, we have this little guy, and he's crying over the 3 cups that spilled, and that sucks. But he's missing the 2 cups that are still upright, right? And the concept behind the 5 of Cups is essentially to, grief is natural. Sadness is natural. You don't always have to be, positive and happy all the time. You need to feel your feelings. And I'm just noticing for the first time ever, I never noticed this, with the spilled cups, there's a lot of red and a lot of green, right? So whatever didn't work out, there was, and also too, lots of red and lots of green here. whatever didn't work out in this situation was something that had a lot of potential for growth, I feel, and something you were very, very passionate about. And I feel like, that Three of Cups energy a lot of times talks about celebration and friendship. So maybe this is a friendship that didn't work out, or this could be a relationship. But whatever the situation is, these types of feelings are natural and normal and part of being human, and we can't ignore it, right? We can't pretend we don't have them, because we do. But, the Five of Cups is essentially acknowledging, like, this is how you're feeling and that's okay. But to not get so lost in those emotions after they have cleared, right? They come in waves, but to not hold on to them once they're ready to go. Yeah, so you can still enjoy life. You can still get, the best out of life. And I love seeing this card reversed because the implication is that he's releasing that grief at that point. And he's finally turning around and noticing the other two cups behind him. And the Two of Cups in the tarot is like soul fulfillment, soul alignment. It's a soulmate card. It's, it's saying like, okay, I've got this. I can do this. For some people, if you came in here with like, oh, I'm getting this now. If you came in here and you were wondering if there's a person you're interested in, you were wondering if that's a good idea to pursue that, or if like this is going to be a fruitful relationship, especially with that, that Five of Cups reversed, especially if you've had ones like relationships that have been unpleasant or have been very, very difficult and have been in the struggle the whole time. This is the big old like, yes, this is different. And there will be a shift coming within that. So I love seeing that whatever issues are tied in with this Empress reverse, I see you releasing that and releasing that grief. And I do feel like with the Moon reverse, this is going to come through some type of revelation. So the Moon, when it's upright, is, like I said, Cancerian energy, could be Piscean energy. Again, like maternal sort of, I thought I had to burp. I kind of did, but sorry. Kind of maternal sort of energy. And then it also talks about like anxiety, it talks about fears, and it talks about not being able to see things clearly, having to rely on your intuition because it's not as, as illuminated as, traveling by light of day. And also too, the Moon is card 18, which reduces down to a 9. So I feel like this has been, with the 7 over here and the 9 right here, I feel like this has been a very important spiritual part of, or like, part of your spiritual journey that is wrapping up and coming to a close very, very soon. I feel like you are about to experience powerful changes. So yeah, like I said, the Moon is when you are trying to navigate by the light of the Moon and it's just not as clear. And you kind of just have to use your intuition a little bit. But when it's reversed, I see, something is coming to light. A truth is making itself known. You're releasing that fear and you are able to move forward confidently because you're no longer caught up in that sort of like uncertain energy of the Moon. So all in all, this is really positive. So full moon phases are going to be very, very important for you in general, but particularly full moon in Taurus is going to be, it's going to be potent for you. And I feel like it's really going to help you release these issues, release this grief, release any sadness surrounding, your own self-worth, your own abundance, your interpersonal relationships, and you are going to emerge a much happier, more whole person, a much more complete person on the other side of this. So that's beautiful and so exciting, and I'm really, really excited for you guys. So yeah, that is all I have for group 2, and I think with that, I'm going to move on to group 3. Okay. Hi, group 3. I don't know why I tilted my head, you can't see it. So you picked the third group with this lovely Moldavite ring. So for those of you who are not super into crystals or not familiar with Moldavite specifically, this is a stone that is known for intense alignment, right? It's very, very high vibrational. So if you choose to work with it, you might want to do some more research about it. I don't know a ton, so I'll share what I do know, but I would heavily recommend researching further if you're interested. But it's very, very high vibrational, and it is famous for whipping your ish into shape. Like it can, yeah, it's kind of like it's not a stone to necessarily play around with. If you are ready to make big term, like long-term changes in your life, it can be a really, really helpful asset. I've really enjoyed working with it so far, but this will help you get into full alignment for your highest good, no matter what obstacles are in the way. So I feel like you've been stagnant or kind of like maybe feeling directionless for a while. And granted, you know, with the current situation, even though this is a timeless reading, the time I'm filming this, with the current situation, a lot of people are feeling like that. You're definitely not alone. But for you in particular, I feel like it's whatever it is, you're not so much physically stuck where you are as you're kind of stuck in like a comfort zone sort of a thing. And I feel like the time is coming to kind of shake things up a little bit. I feel like new moons might be particularly helpful for you, but I also feel like, gosh, what do I feel like? I also feel like waxing moons are going to be helpful for you because I feel like there's this need to build this momentum and to move forward. I also get the sense that for this group in particular, all of the lunar eclipses this year have been very powerful, or, you know, the ones that have yet to occur will be very powerful for you, because I feel like you need something to kind of get you out of this rut. And I think this isn't new for you guys. I don't know, you know, everyone's different. Everyone's going to be at different points in their journey, but I feel like most of you are aware of, most of you are aware of the fact that something needs to change, whether you're like welcoming this change, like yes, or whether you're kind of worrying about how you're going to make this transition or even what transition to make. I get this energy from some about like stalling, like I'm getting this energy like what I do sometimes where I will over research something as a form of procrastinating. So I feel you, I'm with you. But yeah, let's see what comes out because this is interesting. So big changes are coming. Yeah, new moon. Boom. All right. New moon in Leo. Confidence is your key to success. Okay. So, you know, any moon in Leo may be particularly important. We did, again, timeless reading, but we did just have new moon in Leo last month at the time I'm filming this, and the full moon in Leo is going to be in January. So whatever you're setting intentions for, if you've been feeling bored, stuck, stagnant, if something is just, you've been kind of hitting a wall with it, you're plateauing pretty hard, whether you were consciously aware of it or not, if you are setting a shred of intentions is what they're saying. If you set a shred of an intention for change, just know that you will be seeing that manifest over the next 6 months, and you will be seeing a big change happening by full moon in Leo for most of you. So let's see what else we get. Recovery. Oh, I love this card. It's really pretty. So this is kind of, you know, this is, I'm really noticing the green on the angel's wings. You're being protected and heavily watched over at this time. I feel like you're going through a period of heart chakra recovery and heart healing right now. This is a weird one, but if anybody here has had any issues with substance use disorders or with alcohol, or I mean that falls under substance use disorders, but you know what I mean. I feel as if you know, this has been a very uphill battle, and there's this like feeling of being afraid to trust that this is going to be, you know, the time that you beat this thing. But I do see a lot of positivity. I am not a you know, medical or mental health professional, so this is not a substitute for professional advice, but just the energy I'm getting off the cards here. I'm seeing to like really be confident, right? Really like set your intention to recover and to be your best, fullest self, because you're being very heavily protected here. And there's a lot of, like I said, a lot of like emotional healing, a lot of heart healing involved, and that makes all the difference. In general, I feel like there could have been something very emotionally difficult that was like a huge strain, and your team just kind of wants you to know that you are in the process of recovering from that. If you suffered from like low self-esteem, low self-image for quite a while, I do see your confidence is going to be building, which is super duper dope. But let's see what else we get. Also, too, I'm really noticing if you are struggling financially and this is like affecting your mood, I see that improving pretty significantly. Like I see you being a lot more comfortable, Well, yeah, prosperity. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm gonna die. Okay. Yeah, so this is card 36, which reduces down to a 9. So this is like, you're coming to the end of this particular tough cycle. So to have confidence in yourself in that process. It says the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. I love that because it ties into both messages. And like, abundance isn't just financial too, right? You know, abundance is your health. Abundance is having loving connections in your life. Abundance is having your material needs met. You know, it's different for everybody, but wherever you've been feeling lacking, there is definitely an emotional component that needed to be worked through and needed to be healed, and I feel like you are in that process right now. So your team just kind of wants you to know you're almost at the end of this cycle. And especially too with all of I like all the rainbow imagery here, but it's also a very, very busy image. So I feel like you've been going through this kind of Moldavite energy of like chakra alignment. You've been going through a lot of different chakra healing, and I feel like it's been externally very stagnant and very bored, but that's only because internally you're doing a lot of like internal work, and your team wanted to give you adequate space to be able to recover. So let's see what else we got. Nice. Okay, yep, boom. So, Page of Wands, 3 of Cups, reversed, sorry, and Judgment. Okay, so for some of you, this can absolutely have to do with other people, and this is that emotional component that I was talking about. So Page of Wands, this is a very new, exciting energy. Pages are the child archetype of the court cards, so this could involve children potentially, but I'm kind of not getting that vibe as much. But the Page of Wands is like super energetic. The Page of Wands is like, I was going to say DTF, that's not what I mean. Oh my God. The Page of Wands is like G2G. They're ready. They want to like take the next adventure. They want to go do the next thing. They are always bouncing around. Like if you notice, there is 3 mountains right here, and this guy, he don't give a single cur. Like with his little jaunty, I think he has a bowler, but I can't tell. I'm not really a hat person if you can't figure that out. So mountains always represent obstacles in the tarot. So he's like faced with like a whole bunch of obstacles. He does not care. He could not care less if he tried. Because he's excited. He just wants to start the new journey. And I feel like there is this energy that like some of you really want to get out of whatever this space is. But maybe don't know how. And some of you, I feel like, are afraid of this energy, but you're being asked and really encouraged to hold space for both the fact that, you know, whatever happened, that was very, very difficult. You know, 3 of Cups upright is all about friendship, celebration, togetherness. And when it's reversed, it's, you know, kind of the opposite. It's being alone. It's, you know, maybe being sad. It is, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of that stagnancy. And also too, I want to say that the 3 of Cups, since it is about celebration, it has the cups involved, is kind of synonymous with going out and drinking with friends. So this could absolutely be, you know, maybe there is a period of time where you're struggling to get a good handle on problems with alcohol or any other substance use issues. And I see this being a time where you have been alone so you can be healing without the distraction of somebody else's energy, right? Because sometimes, excuse me, I thought I had to burp. Sometimes we fall into these habits that we do them more out of comfort than enjoyment, right? Or we do them out of comfort with the people that we like go with, right? And I totally feel this because I've had this issue in the past where I've been like going out more than I want to go out, and like it's easy to just lose track, right? Because it becomes so tied into what you do with your friends, you know, with your partner, with family members. It's like it becomes the basis on how you interact, and that's why you keep going back to it. And that won't be the case for everybody. This is a general reading. But I do see this kind of like dual nature of wanting to start something new or needing fresh energy, and then also having been alone for quite a long time. And it kind of creates this like, it feels like this like confusing sort of energy where you're kind of like, I don't really know what to do next. I don't know what's happening. And all of this has been so you can recover. You can, they're saying you can address your life with a new perspective. You can come back to everything with fresh eyes, essentially. And this was kind of echoed by the Judgment card right here. I feel like with this card, you know, this is past, present, future. I feel like you've been doing that kind of life review. You've had this time to really look at your patterns, look at your habits, and address, you know, what drives you, address where, you know, why you do the things you do, so you can empower yourself to make the decisions that leave you feeling good about yourself, right? And again, this doesn't have to do with addiction. This could also have to do with like toxic friendships or family members, or, you know, this could be something that with the Three of Cups reversed just used to bring you a lot of joy, but kind of doesn't anymore. You're ready for this new adventure, and you've been kind of in a period of recovery. So if things have been really slow, it's so you could get that perspective without worrying about the energetic interference of other people that you love. You don't want to, you want to be kind to, or it's hard to say no to sometimes, or you want to socialize, but maybe you want to do it differently than you normally do, stuff like that. The Judgment card is also about like a wake-up call, and it's about having to make a decision that has the potential for long-term impacts, right? So I do feel like with this energy, you've been called to kind of look at your life and decide what's really going to be in alignment for you. And I definitely feel this has been a process for a hot minute. It's a hot minute that's been there so long it's gone cold. But I really get that feeling that that's kind of where you've been lately. And I do feel like there's going to be one more thing where, like, if this isn't a decision you've already made in your heart and you're acting from that place, I feel like this is going to be that kind of wake-up call where it's like, God, I love doing this, or I love these people, but I have to find a new way to socialize, or I'm not going to be able to hang out, or, I love this, whatever this thing is for you, right? I used to love this, but I don't anymore. And it's kind of just deciding to surround yourself, like I said, with things that support. Okay. Woof. There's some people here who are like really amped up about this. I'm having trouble getting all the words out. It's really surrounding yourself with people and things and situations that help support you in you becoming the version of yourself you most want to be, right? The bravest version of yourself in your own estimation, whatever that may mean for you. So I really feel like with this new moon energy, especially with this fiery energy on both, this is going to be really important to work with new moons. And right now, again, timeless reading, but right now at the time I'm filming it, we're coming up on new moon in Virgo. So it's a very good time to set intentions for kind of, doing that analyzing of your own life and organizing it and kind of, creating a structured routine that's going to most support you reaching your goals, right? I do want to say really quickly, for some people, I feel like with this page energy, you might be somebody who gets a lot of ideas and you're kind of bouncing around a lot. But you have something that you're trying to build for yourself having to do with your prosperity. Maybe this is a new job, a new career, a new creative venture. And I feel like not only have you had a break to recover your energy, but to also see what distracts you. That just came through. Because right now the biggest thing is deciding what is right for you as a person and as a soul, and working toward removing those distractions, right? Toward choosing something different, and in doing so, choosing yourself. So this is really, really exciting energy. I'm very happy for you guys. I think that's about all I have. It was an honor to read your cards, and I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. Oh no! My little sort of cloth. Okay. Okie dokie. Okay, so we've got group 4. Hi, group 4. You picked the cute little, these cute little squirrel berets. They are so cute. So this, I feel like this is just a really cute energy. I feel like, I feel like there's somebody in your life that's just like your ultimate kindred spirit, whether this is a friend, a family member, a pet, like, a romantic partner. I feel like you came in here kind of with something on your mind about somebody that you really like, whether you're just like vibing with them and you're like, what's the deal with this, or whether this is somebody that you really want to have a relationship with. You guys are just like two peas in a pod sort of a feeling. It's a really, really good vibe. And I feel like right now, this is kind of, whatever card comes out, I feel like you're in that sort of like waxing moon sort of a feeling. I feel like this is growing. It's gaining momentum. And that's, it's also with this acorn energy, it's grounding, and whatever is being built, this is like a solid relationship. This is a solid person in your life. You're going to be able to count on them. And it's just the cutest thing. Like, I don't know why the phrase they're saying is go nuts together. Like, you guys kind of just get really excited and, like, approach life like that. I don't know. It's just, like, it's a good vibe. It's very, like, playful. So, let's see what else you get. So, this is your moon phase card. And you have, okay, full moon in Scorpio. Time to release negativity. Okie dokie. And this may kind of play into this energy, is that this may be energy coming in. If you came in kind of wondering, like, am I ever going to find a person, like, my person? Am I going to make better friends? Are my family and I going to start to get along better? Whatever it is that you personally are asking. If you're asking about a Scorpio, I feel like things are going to end up going really well. I feel like this person helps you to release any negativity, to think really positively, and that you guys kind of just, like, play off each other. This is just, like, a nice energy. This also could be somebody that you are collaborating with on a project, and it just, like, I feel like it just feeds your soul in a way that other things don't usually, or in a very unique way, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So full moons are going to be really, really important because they're going to be helping you to kind of, I feel like they're going to be helping you to release more than old baggage. I'm kind of getting the feeling of like old situations, possibly other people in your life. But it's going to be, this person's in your life or coming into your life very soon to help you kind of feel more comfortable disengaging with really negative situations and people, because I feel like that's very, very important for you at this time. Any moon in Scorpio is going to be particularly impactful, the same way any full moon is going to be particularly impactful. So yeah, I don't know, this is like a nice playful vibe. And with all the purple here too, I do feel like this is a spiritual companion. This person has either been sent to you or will soon be sent to you, as a way of, helping you along this next part of your journey. So let's see what else you get. Take action. Okie dokie. Yeah, I feel like this person, again, is going to kind of help you, like, go for it. You're going to play off each other. You're just going to, like, kind of go crazy with the energy together. And there's just going to be, like, a really fun vibe, right? And especially, too, with this, like, unicorn, Pegasus, rainbow sort of a vibe. I feel like this person's going to just, like, encourage your, like, creative side, your sort of imaginative side. It's just really fun. It's really fun energy. I like this a lot. So, and if you're somebody like this, I feel like, if you're somebody who's like that kind of an energy, I do feel like with the full moons, you're going to sort of start to see manifestations from that. But I do feel like you have people around you that, through no fault of their, like, they're not trying to be Debbie Downers, but, like, I feel like there are people who are around you who gravitate toward your positivity, and toward that kind of inner light. And I feel like they are in a more negative space or a lower vibrational space than you are. And you're kind of being asked to take action to free yourself, again, with that, like, Pegasus energy here, to be able to move forward swiftly and sort of spread your wings and fly a little bit. And I do feel like this person, again, you may already know this person, I feel like this has got, like, Aries energy, so this person may be an Aries, so that could be you. But this person just kind of, like, especially with the red that that's going on this card here, this person just really helps you, like, reconnect with your spark and your passion, and it's just fun. I like this. I like y'all. Can we hang out? I have this chair if you want to sit down. Yeah, what did I say? Root chakra, red energy. Dope. I love when I see that. The frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, the red flower of life, oh my god, you guys. The red flower of life stimulates passion and supports, excuse me, our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as in the physical world. Yes. So I think it's really interesting when I see red and purple kind of popping up, because this is somebody who helps keep you grounded. I feel like there's like a balance here, right? One person helps keep the other person grounded in a way that they struggle with, and the other person kind of helps, like, I feel like there's this balance between physical ground. Sorry about that. Had to switch the battery for my camera. Yeah, so getting back to what I was saying, I feel like this person, like, you have this reciprocal relationship with this person where they help keep you grounded, or maybe you help keep them grounded, and the other one kind of like helps the other sort of spiritually expand, right? And I don't think it's one person is one way and one person's all the other way, although it might be, but I do feel like you just kind of have this innate sense because you have this sort of like this third eye, crown chakra connection, this connection at the soul. You have this kind of like psychic sense. You intuitively know what the other person needs when they need it. So you kind of like go a little bit nuts together, and then you sort of scale back a little bit. But this person's going to help you kind of like take action, and they're going to help keep you grounded in what you want for your life and who you are, and to be able to like keep you grounded. What's the feeling? It's they're gonna help remind you of what's the most important in life, is kind of the vibe I'm getting. This is just like really nice, like high vibe, kindred spirit kind of stuff. I like this. So whoever this person is, I like them. They're a good egg. So let's see what your tarot is. Ooh, okay. 2 of Wands. Oh, 3 of Pence. And 10 of Swords reverse. Okie dokie. So right off the bat with the 10 of Swords reverse, I see that you've been through kind of a difficult time. You know, this is often Dark Night of the Soul territory. This is when something is done. It is finito. It is... I had this situation in 7th grade where I had one of those little handheld pencil sharpeners, and I actually knocked it off my desk, and it fell to the floor and burst open on impact. There were pencil shavings everywhere, and I was super embarrassed because I'm 12 and everything just embarrasses the crap out of a 12-year-old. And I'm like gathering up all my pencil shavings and I'm frantic, and my math teacher came over and helped me, and I apologized, and he goes, you know what, it's fine. It can't go any further than the floor. And this is that 10 of Swords energy to me. It can't go any further than the floor. And I think you know this by this point. And when it's reversed, this really speaks to, you know, the sun is coming up. You're kind of rounding that bend. It's not only can it not get any worse, but it is actively getting better. So I feel like after this very, very difficult time, there may have been a painful relationship in particular. You may have suffered a loss at work with that root chakra energy where, and again, because we have, we have the red here. We have red here, and then we have a lot of red on the 2 of Wands, and we also have this red cloth. I think it's really interesting that this card has a red cloth like kind of draped over the side, and same thing here. So I feel like this may be a kind of person who sort of like, they gas you up hardcore, right? They hype you up. I feel like if you had an idea, if you had something you were passionate about, again, this could be a relationship, this could be with the Swords energy, this could be an idea, this could be a creative project. If you had something and it just did not work out, and it was like a really like painful ending, you were super duper stoked on it, and it just sort of like cratered is the kind of feeling I'm getting. This person is going to like really hype you up. And I love the fact, by the way, we have a 10 right here. 10s are all about completion. And then right above it, we have a 1. And 1s are all about new beginnings. And it's also interesting that we have a 1, a 2, and a 3. So I feel like this is going to progress very quickly. And with the Pentacles energy as well as the root chakra energy, this is going to be a very grounded next chapter of your life. This person's just like a really good counterbalance for you. So whether you're kind of more like, you're maybe more of a spiritual person, or maybe you're kind of an overthinker a little bit, where you know, if you're the one who struggles to be less grounded, they're going to kind of like help bring you back to the moment and kind of, you know, remind you it can't go any further than the floor. It's okay. And they're going to help you kind of, you know, release any stress and negativity and help you regroup and come back to it. And similarly, if you tend to kind of be, you know, if you tend to be like sort of a really, really like kind of earthy, very grounded person where it's like, you know, you may be hitting a wall if you're relying more often than not on just kind of like your physical 5 senses, or like perhaps there's just something that you're struggling to see from a higher perspective. And with this 3 of Pentacles energy, as well as this, you know, Scorpio and all the purple we're seeing, this person may help lend a spiritual perspective that's going to allow you to let go of kind of let go of any frustration, any pain around whatever this situation was for you personally. So with the Two of Wands, this is a decision card. All twos are about decisions. But I really see you evaluating where you want to go next based on what makes you the happiest, right? And I'm always really drawn to the fact that, like, the wands are probably roughly the same size, but so there's this one that's bolted to the wall, but that's not the one that's in the guy's hand, right? And he's ostensibly contemplating both, but I always kind of read this as subconsciously he kind of already knows what he wants to do, and that's why this one's in his hand. So, like, to me, whenever I look at the Two of Wands, they're both really good options. They're both equally sound options, and he could pick either without a problem. But I think that there's always this established path, right, that he knows that's very secure, and then I feel like there's this newer path that might be a little bit less secure, but again, whether he's consciously aware of it or not, that's the wand he's holding on to, and that always speaks to me in that image. I know not everybody reads it like that, but I do, so and it's my channel, so that's where we are. And I feel like this person's just really going to encourage you to go for it, right? To pick the wand that you at some level, intuitively, subconsciously, you want to go after the path that you want to go after. And this person may also help you plan a lot too. Three of Pentacles is all about it's all about planning, or not planning, excuse me. It's all about teamwork. There we go. And working together. This can also speak to a spiritual partnership with the three here. It's kind of, you, the other person, and spirit. But this can also talk about, a spiritual companion, somebody who's here to help you grow, because threes are all about expansion and, growth, communication. So this person may be here to help you expand and spiritually grow. And ostensibly, everyone in our lives is here to do that in some way, shape, or form. But this person with all this, like, kind of root chakra energy, all this, like, pentacles, grounded energy, if you are thinking about starting a new spiritual path, starting a new spiritual business for some, this person's going to really help support you. And I don't feel like, I don't get the sense that it's as much monetarily, also this earthy energy with the acorns, I don't get the sense that it's as much monetarily as it is, they're going to, like, this feels like an acts of service kind of thing a little bit. They're going to show up and they're going to support you. They're going to tell you, kindly if something doesn't seem like it's working, because, like, their top priority is to see you succeed, right? They are rooting for you, like, no pun intended. But they are on your team and in your corner. They want good things for you. So if this is a person that you're not sure if you can trust, this is kind of telling you, like, you're all set to go. Or if there's this one person that is in your life that you feel like this is kind of the energy of it, and you're kind of like, do I want to take this idea to them, see if they want to work with me on it, or do I tell them about my idea? I don't want it to be, ridiculed or criticized. This is essentially just saying, like, yes, you can tell them this because they love you. They are going to back you the hell up no matter what. And I feel like Spirit is sending this person to you specifically to help empower you and to help you pick what's going to make you the happiest. So I think the full moon is working with you the most to be able to release that negativity like the card discusses, but also to release anything that's holding you back. And this person's going to be like your partner in crime. This person's going to, like, help kind of whatever this situation was, because I feel like it involved other people. Ten of Swords is also about betrayal, if you can't tell, because this guy is like, this guy is the opposite of a shish kebab. There's, like, lots of skewers and only one little dish here. There is an imbalance in the ratio here. So that's so funny. Sorry. That makes me laugh, and I've never thought about it like that, but it's, like, so true though. This is, like, the opposite of a shish kebab situation. That's what we'll call him. Shish kebab. R.I.P. Bob. But yeah, so whatever this situation was that you were really excited about, I do feel like, like I said, Ten of Swords all about betrayal. I feel like this did involve other people. It could also talk about with swords, since it's communication. These people could have been, withholding particular information. They could have been not communicating effectively or truthfully. There could be some gossip, stuff like that. It's just, it's where something is finito, and it's got that extra sting of, like, somebody done did you dirty. And there's, like, no chance of resurrecting whatever it is, because, like, poor old Bob here, he is shish good. Like, yikes. But I feel like I feel like this like really, really threw you for a loop and kind of like made you start doubting your confidence, and that this person, whoever this is or will be, you know, coming into your life, this person is just like, they think you are all of that and so many, many bags of potato chips, as they would say. I think they say that. Or something like that. We're going to say that. We're having a moment here. This person really wants you to succeed. This person is your cheerleader. And this person's going to help you pick the path with this kind of energy together that you are the most passionate about. And help you ground that in your everyday reality. You know, they're going to help you take active steps. So like if you're anything like me where it's like I have most of the vision but I have no idea how to get there, they're going to help you sort of sit down and plan with that Two of Wands energy how to take active steps toward what you are really excited about. They're going to help you take action. I kind of get the feeling that you're possibly a little bit more, you know, in your head, or a little bit more spiritual, a little bit kind of like you're a little bit more out in the 5D and this person might be a little bit more in the 3D, but they're open to it. They're open to you and they support the hell out of you. I feel like you guys are just going to vibe so well. This is really nice energy. I really like this a lot. I'm jelly. So yeah, this is beautiful. So full moons are going to be the most important thing for you. And I feel like, hang on. I feel like taking time to journal during full moons, or make some type of record of, like, be aware of the thoughts that come to you around full moons, in terms of, like, if you kind of start getting, like, these epiphanies out of nowhere, these thoughts of, like, oh, maybe I shouldn't hang out with this person, or, like, maybe I should try this, or, you know, maybe what went wrong was XYZ. You know, you're getting downloads about how to do it differently, because the time to take action will be coming up, I feel like relatively soon, within 2 to 3 months, I'm really feeling. But this is a really great energy. And so, yeah, the full moon is working with you very heavily. So you can kind of like cut ties with things that just aren't serving you anymore, because you have new, you know, I do get the feeling this is kind of like a new person, or maybe this is a person that just came into your life and you're not sure how it's going to pan out. I don't feel like this is a super old friendship. This may be a situation where you've been friends for a while. Maybe they like moved away and then they come back, or, you know, maybe they've been really wrapped up in school or their career or something like that. Something's happening and then they come back into your life in a much more active way. Yeah, I really feel like this is really, really good energy. I'm very excited for you guys. I'm very happy for you guys. I hope this was helpful. If you are looking for more specific guidance about your particular situation, please feel free to check out my Etsy shop. The link is in the bio down below. In the bio, oh my god, the link is in the description box down below. Oh my goodness, guys. I also have the link to my Instagram where I post regular posts and guidance and do pick-a-cards and just little stuff like that. And if you don't see anything that particularly suits your spiritual or financial needs, please DM me. I'm always happy to make a custom reading. And yeah, I think that is just about everything that I have. This looks super exciting. I'm really, really stoked for you guys. I hope, you know, and wish for you the absolute best, the best and most beautiful things that life has to offer. And whoever this person is like cool as hell. So congratulations. But yeah. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave you there. Have a wonderful day, and I love y'all so much, my sweet little garbanzo beans. All right, bye.